Hello everybody and welcome back to another edition of Matchbox Marks Diecast Restorations. So on the roundabout today, well, we're taking out the trash. Yeah, we're doing a refuse truck. And this is such a cool casting. I remember this when I was a kid. It's just so tough looking. Old Ford and everything, and it's pretty cool with the moving parts. When you dump it, all of the trash goes out like that. Boom. I think I remember filling this up with like sand when I was a kid. I think. I don't remember. But anyway, I do remember that this, the two parts right here, that tip, I remember them being hard to take apart. So anyway, this is just going to be a one Resto job. I don't have a fleet of these. I do have some in my collection though. But anyway, this will just be for fun. Just to get it back to its glory. Let's see here what we've got. There it is, the Matchbox series number 7 refuse truck. Made in England. Of course, trash is also known as refuse truck. Each time I look at it, I just want to say refuse, but refuse truck. So anyway, let's open up the big book just for gee whiz and see if there's any variations. I doubt there is. And let's take it apart and let's have a good time. All right, folks, here it is, the number 7, the C Series, C1 Ford refuse truck. So I think I'm going to go with refuse. It just sounds funny when you say it and when you live over here in America, but I think we call it that sometimes too. I don't know. Anyway, here it is. There's no variations, made in 1966, a year before I was born. Orange cab and chassis. Silver gray metal loader and a gray plastic dump. So there it is. Let me tilt it right side up. So silver, gray, and orange. Should be able to get those right out of the rattle can. All right, folks, let's take it apart. All right, folks, here's my refuse truck. And it's all taken apart. And just as I had anticipated, it was hard getting that piece off the main tipper. So, but I got there in the end, and then I do have a spare one just in case anything goes awry. So there you go, folks. All right, put this in the stripper and shine it up. All right, stick around. All right, here's my refuse truck. Got it primed up, and here's the chassis. I already did the tires. Shined it up, painted the tires. I actually paint all my tires with TS14 Tamiya Black. Just makes them look brand new. And then here's the main cabin chassis. I love that Tamiya gray primer. It really brings out the detail. And I tapped out three holes, which wasn't easy because these are really teeny tiny holes, not like the average size. Then paint this baby silver. And then this gray. And hopefully it'll come out okay. All right, folks, stick around. All right, before we take a look at the final reveal, let's see what I started with. I started with a Matchbox refuse truck. And I think my wife corrected me on that, so refuse truck. So anyway, all right, let's see where I ended up. All right, folks, it is time for my reveal for my Matchbox refuse truck. And this one actually didn't give me too much of a hard time. It actually came out pretty good. And the hardest part really of this whole thing was tapping the holes in the bottom for these screws because they're not your average size. So there you go, shined it up, or shined up the base. And this works good. I actually figured out how to do this thing. I know I said at the beginning it gave me a hard time last time. Just like a puzzle. Just got to try to figure it out. So anyway, let me know what you think of it, folks. Had a good time doing this one. And got a couple more fleets coming down the road. Alright, folks. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. And I'll catch you on the next video. If I could turn off my little camera, that'd be great. Alright, I think my battery on my little remote's dying. Alright, folks, see you next time.
That's all, folks.